Hey everybody, welcome to Stay Active at Home with Ginny and Nate. We're here today. We're gonna do a superset workout for you guys today. So we've got a superset is just 2 exercises that you perform back to back. We'll have 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, and you're going to do each pair of exercises 3 times. So the first superset is all back, second superset is all legs, third superset is all arms, and fourth superset is all abs. So you're gonna start burning out those body parts by the end of those supersets. The first one, back, when we're not using extra resistance, you know, like dumbbells or any other weights or bands, using the back is kind of tough because it's a lot of pulling motion, but when we're only using our body, a lot of times you have to do a lot of pushes. It's hard to do a pull or a row or something that uses your back. So we got a little bit creative today with the back exercises. So that's what we're gonna do first. The first one is called a back lift. Now it's an isometric exercise. You're not actually even going to be getting your body off of the ground. You're gonna be laying on your back, knees up, elbows at 90 degrees like this. And all you're going to be doing is driving your elbows into the ground like you're trying to push yourself off of the ground. Now, likely you won't be able to actually get yourself off the ground, but I want you to push into the ground like you're trying to. You'll feel the muscles right in the middle of your back, right around your shoulder blades, really trying to do some work. So it's going to be, it's tough to see when she's demoing it because Ginny's not moving, but she's pushing. So you're gonna be laying there and you're gonna be driving your elbows into the ground and relax. Driving into the ground and relax. So it's kind of like an isometric pulse is what we'd call it. And you'll start to feel that burn towards the end of that 40 seconds for sure. The second superset is a Superman. You're gonna rolling over on your stomach, arms again at 90 degrees. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be lifting your elbows and your knees off of the ground, doing a slight low back arch. And then you're going to turn and repeat. Nice, smooth, controlled motion on here. This is one of the few exercises where you can actually work your low back without any equipment. Try not to rush, try not to bounce, be nice and slow and controlled on here. So you're gonna repeat those 2 exercises, 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 3 times each. Our second superset is going to be a leg superset. Exercise 1, we did them yesterday, side to side squat. So starting with your feet sort of together, taking a step out, squatting down, back to center, taking a step out on the other side, squatting down. If you want to use an extra weight, hold it under your chin for this one. So it's not a lunge, it's a squat. You're just doing it, it's a squat with a step, we'd call it. If you can't get down, go down as low as you can, but make sure waist staying on your heels and chest is up. The second exercise is a lateral lunge. So we're going to take a step out to one side, weight stacked on top of your hips, knees, and ankles. Make sure your knees not caving inwards or outwards or anything like that. We're gonna step back to the middle and back out. Don't confuse the 2. We're gonna be going back and forth between the 2. Really be mindful when we're switching exercises that you're going from a squat to a lunge. Then we've got our arm superset. First one's gonna be push-up. Whatever modification that you are working with right now, keep up with that. Do as many on your toes. If you're able to do some on your toes, do as many as you can there before moving down to your knees. If you're doing wall push-ups still, that's great. Lean up against the wall, back nice and flat, pressing your hands against the wall and pressing out. The further out your feet are away from the wall, the more challenging that will be. Then the second exercise is a plank with a shoulder tap. Holding high plank, alternating, tapping your opposite shoulder with your hand. Nice flat low plank. You feel it's a shoulder burn on this one. Back and forth between those 2, 3 times each. Then our last superset is gonna be an ab superset. We're really gonna burn those out at the end. The first one's gonna be a mini crunch. So I don't want you to do a sit-up. All I want you to do is lay in crunch position and lifting your chest up to the ceiling, just enough to lift your shoulder blades off of the mat. So you can have constant tension here using your body weight as a resistance. Then the second exercise is a reverse crunch. So you're still in that same position, and all you're doing is lifting your legs up, returning them back down to the ground and back up. Modification on here, bend your knees. So, and bring your knees up towards your chest. You can tap your feet on the ground after each rep, but only rest them if you truly need a rest, okay? All right, so no crazy Tabata finisher. It's going to be a strength exercise. Your muscles are gonna be pretty tired. Heart rate will be up a little bit, but focus is strength. Okay, let's get warmed up. First exercise, arms up over your head. We're gonna do a reverse lunge, 5 reps each leg. Keeping your arms up nice and high, taking a step back. Chest up nice and tall on these, 5 reps each leg. If you aren't quite lunging yet, you can do overhead squats too. After that, we've got a Spider-Man with a rotation. So start in push-up position. Bring one foot up to your hand, reach up to the ceiling. Return back, step back to push-up position, switch legs, reaching up. So whatever foot is going up to your hand, you're reaching up with that hand. We'll go 5 each side. I think nice, good torso rotation here. We'll go for 10 total. All right, then we're gonna do some arm circles. We'll go 5 big arm circles forward, 5 big arm circles backwards. I wanna get those arms nice and warmed up because we have a full circuit of just arms. And if you guys did the workout yesterday, my arms are pretty tired, so we wanna get them nice and warmed up. Then 15 jumping jacks to finish the workout, get that heart rate up, and then we'll get started. $15 jumping jacks. Yeah. We were watching the video and critiquing Ginny's form earlier today, so we're working on that too. She bought new shoes and everything for it. Okay, good job, guys. Okay, after 15 jumping jacks, your heart rate should be up, nice and ready for exercise. The first exercise, remember, you're going to be starting on your back, elbows on the ground. We'll give you guys a few seconds to get situated. All right, we are starting that back lift in 10 seconds. And go. Really try to drive your elbows off of the ground, squeezing your shoulder blades together. You should really try to really focus on where you're feeling this. When you're driving your elbows, it's almost like a row, feeling this right in the middle of your back. If you have the shoulder mobility, you might actually be able to get yourself off the ground. Good job, you guys. 10 seconds. Three. And wrap. All right. Flipping over on your stomach for Superman. So your arms are at 90 degrees, trying to get elbows and thighs off of the mat, arching your low back. Nice and controlled motion here. We don't want to rush through these. Whenever we're doing exercises that are going to strengthen the low back, we really have to be mindful of our posture and our position. Good job, you guys. We're almost there. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. Flipping back over onto your back, driving your elbows into the mat, squeezing your shoulders together. One thing to keep in mind in here, when you're driving your elbows into the mat, really focus on using your back don't try not to flex your neck right on your shoulder blades. If you notice that you're feeling it in your neck, your elbows might be a little too high, drop them a little bit. Really focus on isolating those back muscles. You starting to feel it, Ginny? Good job, you guys. All right, back over to Superman. You might be feeling the Superman in your glutes as well. That's okay. You should feel it glutes and low back. Good job, everybody. Almost there. Okay, we've got one more time through of each of these. If you're not quite feeling these in your back, maybe what you could do is press your elbows in and hold for a second or two, almost like you're trying to hold your body off the ground. Really trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together on here, driving off the ground. Good job. Okay, last round of Supermans here. Here we go. Goal is to try to get those knees and those elbows off. Slight hyperextension. We're not trying to totally bend you in half, but you do have a little bit of hyperextension when you're doing this. By the end, you might not really be able to do it. You just might be able to feel those muscles moving. That's okay. We're trying to get them tired. All right. Good job, you guys. Okay, that was the back circuit. Now we're down to legs. So we're starting here. Go. All right, side to side squats. Here we go. Good job, you guys. I was concerned about that. I thought it was going to be a nice quick transition, but you guys caught on right away. Good job. Oh, okay, now you're going. Sorry about that, you guys. The timer was switching. Yeah, I know exactly what I did. Okay, should be fixed now. Good job, you guys. Side to side squats. Good job, you guys. Nice deep squats. Good form. The pace you go is up to you. If you're confident with your form, feel free to go nice and quick on these. And rest. Okay, now we're up to lateral lunges. This one, legs. You might get a little gas. Those quads and those glutes might start to get a little tired. So you go at whatever pace your body feels comfortable with. If you need to take a couple seconds during it, go right ahead. Good job, you guys. Shifting your hips back, not bringing your knee over your toes. Good job. Making sure that ankle, knee, hip are all stacked up on top of each other, that you're not stepping out too far. All right, one time through. 2 more times through, back up to side squats. There you go. Not a whole lot of rest between these leg exercises, but you guys are strong. You can do it. Good job. But awesome job, everybody. Good job, Chad. Nice form, you guys. Rest. All right, not much rest. We're heading to lateral lunges here in 5 seconds. There we go. As deep as you can go, make sure you're shifting your hips back, that you're not allowing that knee to go over the toes. Woo. Good job. Keep it up, we're almost there. Okay, we've got those 2 exercises one more time through. Your legs should be burning right now. Still feel like you got a little bit more in the tank with your legs. Pick up the pace a little bit. Go a little bit deeper. Pick up the pace, because after this, we're switching to another body part. So really try to burn out the legs as best you can during this superset, because then we're going right to arms. Good job, Jenny. Is your ankle cracking? Good form. All right, last leg exercise of the workout coming up. Then go. How we doing, guys? You're working hard. Way to go. Way to keep going, Ginny. You guys are doing awesome. I'm not seeing many rests over there. You guys are getting in pretty good shape working out with us. Almost there. Okay. Now we're got to arms. So we're getting down on the mat for push-ups. Not a whole lot of rest here. All right, resting, getting down in position for the push-ups. 40 seconds of push-ups is quite a bit. Do what you can. Try to make it all the way through. And go. Let's see how many you can get on your toes. Good way to know your progress when you're doing these exercises. Try to keep in track of how many you got going in your head. Maybe write them down somewhere, so then next time we do push-ups, try to do one more. Good job, you guys. This is going to be pretty tough because you're going straight from push-ups to holding your body up with a plank and a shoulder tap. All right, 10 seconds of rest. Holding high plank now. Not giving those shoulders or that chest much rest. High plank, tapping your shoulder. Take rest when you need them. If you need to take some of your resistance out of the equation, drop down to your knees while you're doing it, just like Ginny's showing you right now. Good job, guys. Almost there. All right, 10 seconds and we're back to push-ups for our second round. Way to go. Make sure when you're in that high plank position that shoulder, elbow, wrist are stacked up on top of each other. Elbows going back at 45 degrees. Think about leading with your chest, not your nose, when you're doing these push-ups. That way you're doing push-ups, not head bobs. Good job, everybody. Chicken pecking, yeah. Yeah. All right, good job, you guys. These are tough when we're doing the same body part back to back in a row, but you can do it. Push yourself. Up plank, shoulder tap. Stand your toes as long as you can. Way to go, Chris. Awesome job. Those shoulders should be getting pretty gassed. Almost there, you guys. All the way to the end. Whew. Okay. One more push-up. One more plank with shoulder tap. Good job. Last opportunity for push-ups. Try to get as many in as you can. Good job. Good form. Keep it up, Chris. Good job, Ginny. Way to push yourself. Okay, plank with a shoulder tap. Last opportunity for your upper body. Then we're going to burn out those abs. All right, plank with a shoulder tap. Awesome job. Try not to swing back and forth when you're doing those shoulder taps. We want to keep your back nice and parallel to the floor. Quick taps. Almost there, you guys. You're almost there. You need to lay down the rest of the workout. Good job, Ginny. Okay, little bit of an extended rest here, not much, but we're laying on our back for mini crunch. We got 15 seconds. Think chest up to ceiling. We're not doing a full sit-up, and I don't want you wrenching on your neck either. Think about just lifting your chest up to the ceiling. Here we go, mini crunches. All they want is your shoulder blades coming off of your mat. At your pace, if you want to go nice and quick, feel free. If you want to work on that muscular endurance by doing some holds, go right ahead. Ooh. Really try to feel that core burning. So when you're doing the crunches, you'll feel that upper abs. When you're doing the reverse crunches on the second exercise, you'll feel that more lower abs. 10 seconds. Now we're doing a reverse crunch. So it's kind of like a leg raise, but you're able to, I want you to be able to tap your feet on the ground. Tapping your feet and return. If you need to have your knees bent, feel free. That'll give you a little bit less resistance. Hand under your butt, tucking your chin in so you're able to flatten your back to the mat. if you're feeling anything in your low back from some of those Supermans or the back lifts that we were doing earlier, lessen your range of motion a little bit so you're not putting that strain on the low back. Okay, well, that was a nice little taste. 2 more times through, mini crunches. Awesome job, you guys. Burning out those abs. You still got some in the tank. You got some pretty good ab endurance. Really try to push yourself through these. Nice and quick abs, nice long holds, whatever you got to do to fatigue those core muscles. Way to go, you guys. You're almost there. Way to push it, Ginny. Okay, reverse crunches. So if any of you guys have ever worked out with me before, I'm not a big fan of crunches or sit-ups, not a whole lot of spine twisting or with resistance. So those mini crunches are a really great way to show that you can work your core without doing any, without arching your low back or wrenching on your neck. Awesome job, you guys. All right, one more time through, one more mini crunch, one more reverse crunch. Good job. Make sure you're not wrenching on your neck, you guys. I want you leading your chest to the ceiling, just enough to get your shoulder blades off of the ground. Think nice controlled motion. If you want to make it pretty tough, you can go 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down. Nice and controlled on the way down. That will for sure burn you out in a good way. All right, last exercise of the workout before we cool it down. Reverse crunches and go. Nice, smooth, and controlled on the way down. Don't think about just lifting up your legs and dropping them. Nice and controlled motion on the way down is going to be that resistance for your low abs. Really try to keep pushing your back against the mat, low back against the mat. Awesome job. We're almost there, everybody. Finish strong. Oh, man. You guys' core should be on fire by now, huh, guys? Okay. So not a whole lot of high heart rate, not a whole lot of movement, but we did work a lot on muscular endurance by doing the back-to-back exercises of the same muscle groups. So that was the purpose of today. Hopefully you got some of those muscles to fatigue as we focused on them. All right, our cool down, we are going to start on the mat. Because we did some low back exercises, I want us to do some cat-cows. So arching your back, lifting your chin up to the ceiling while you're at tabletop position, tucking your chin under, arching your low back the opposite direction, trying to lift your low back up to the ceiling. Nice, smooth, slow transitions between the two. We'll go about 5 each direction. If you need a little more, feel free. If you need to slow it down, go right ahead. Just really be mindful of where your body needs these movements. You can shift your weight from left to right if you want to. Ginny. Good job, you guys. I'm proud of you guys. After you're done with your cat-cows, we're going to bring it down to a side body stretch. So you're going to tuck into your heels. You're going to reach your arms over to one side, shift your butt into your heels, and arch your low back to one side, shifting your weight. Your hands will go to the right. Your body will shift to the left. Feel that all in your side, maybe right below your armpit, maybe a little bit in your low back, a little bit too. We'll hold. All right, guys, let's switch to the other side. Reach to the left, shift your weight to your right. Feel that right and your obliques, low back, hip. Should feel a nice, good stretch all the way down the side of your body. All right, guys, let's bring it up. We're gonna do some arm swings. Our arms might be a little bit gassed from that push-up and plank combo. So we'll swing our arms back and forth. Get the blood flowing a little bit. Those muscles worked. All right, then we'll go forward and backwards. Try to get nice full range of motion on here. All right, that's it, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Good job, good workout. You guys are moving. I know you guys are just little tiny squares, but you guys are improving so much since we've been starting doing this. You guys are really kicking butt. So good job. Our Make a Difference is for today. It's May Day. So I don't know if you guys have ever done that before, but you know, as kids, you would have flowers and little treats and goodies in a little basket. You would knock on the door, lay it down there, and take off running. So times are a little different now, where maybe you should label the May Day box and say who it's from, because a lot of people might not want to take a random package off their porch if they don't know who it's from. So make a little May Day basket and share it with your neighbors, or maybe just maybe a drawing of a May Day basket, some chalk or something, right? Make chalk flowers outside of their house or something like that. So that's the Make a Difference. Celebrate May Day. I also want to plug our Facebook page at Stay Active at Home with Ginny and Nate. If you just search for Stay Active at Home with Ginny and Nate, it should pop up as the group. You guys are all more than welcome to join. And just trying to build a community there, trying to ask some questions if you guys have some preferences with our workouts, or some suggestions if you guys have equipment that you want us to start to highlight. Totally up to you guys. We also post some fun graphics and things like that. I'm also on that Facebook page. No pressure, you don't have to, but we did last week because people were asking about paying us. So we're not, you guys are doing this for free, but we do have an online tip jar, and the link is on a post on that Facebook page. It'll bring you to a landing page where you can donate if you feel fit. We're gonna be here either way. So we appreciate all you guys, everything that you guys do. Thanks for coming. You guys make this totally worthwhile. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.